Okay, so what's new in CX?
We introduced about 2 years ago a concept called NPS Plus, which is NPS plus a root cause. And it allows a customer to identify the problem that they have. And now we're tying that into our entire suite of products. So now when they think about root cause, we can start talking about things. I mentioned, we talked earlier today about CX reputation, and that's one of our new products. Most of the CX social media platforms out there are all about, oh, we'll monitor and analyze and we'll change our marketing approach so we can do better. And no, this is about monitor, analyze, and respond. And that's a big thing. And part of that response is, it's almost like a closed loop feedback when you have a CX program, is that you can respond to someone that's given a review and really take the time and understand the problem, respond to it, and then again tag a root cause to it, because now we can start looking at these root causes both in the CX program as well as in our closed loop feedback and in this CX reputation platform, and start rolling them up together and find problems that are company-wide.
Wow.
And we start leveraging that, and we have a new tool, another new tool called Outer Loop. And Outer Loop was actually originated way back when NPS started, that you have these inner loop, these small problems that you're fixing for each individual customer. But as soon as you have enough of those small problems, it's time to make a strategic change. So Outer Loop takes all those root causes, allows us to analyze, and then take the one that's most important and create an entire initiative around it. So you can build a team, a huddle, system of huddles, and be able to interact and develop an action plan and even develop ROIs to improve the company, not just one customer at a time, but holistically. If a problem shows up over and over again, fixing it one time for each individual customer is not going to fix the company.
Sure.
It is now addressing the marketplace and saying, hey, we used to have a problem submitting your credit card on our website. We fixed that problem. You're going to get more customers, obviously, if you fix that problem. Because the feedback that we're getting from the customers, generally speaking, that have already made the purchase. So they've already gone through the pain and made the purchase and said, I had this problem. Think about the market that you've left out, where they got to that point, they couldn't make the purchase with their credit card and went, oh, well, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You've already been told what they need fixed or what they need improved, whether it's a service, whether it's a product. You know, you always want to be innovating, but you want to innovate beyond what the customers say and exceed their expectations. So, I mean, it's a very important part of what we're trying to do with our root causes, feeding into CX reputation, feeding into enhanced closed loop feedback, and then finally into that outer loop, because it is about, you know, ultimately company strategy that can succeed in the long term.
Is to delight the customers, they need to be taking appropriate action, and you have an array of offerings under CX, and you all help then identify the appropriate method and obviously offer the tools that enable those methods. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. And if you're standing still, you're losing. So if you want to keep customers, if you want to keep them coming back, you will always be innovating your product, your service. You'll always be looking for those improvements that will keep someone saying, they are never going to let me down. And you can't do that with a detractor. You can't do that with someone that's a passive. You can only do it with those people that are, first of all, promoters in the NPS scale, but secondly, you need to be able to do something that wows them. And I know it sounds horrible. You have to do it every time. It takes an entire organization, I mean, sometimes thousands of people, to make one customer happy, if you think about that. Because you need to be able to understand every place and every process that impacts the customer. And be able to map that out, and then be able to measure it. And it's not always a survey. Sometimes you just have an internal KPI. And you have to be able to measure it and say, are we doing right by the customer, and are we doing right by the company? And it's great if you have the best customer service in the world, but if your company's not making money, it doesn't matter anymore. We want to be able to bring all those together and be able to say, am I doing right by the company and by the customer?
How can people learn more about CX and QuestionPro and you yourself?
Well, certainly, you can always follow me on LinkedIn. And you can also go to questionpro.com/Ken, and you can actually schedule time with me directly right there.
Right.
So.
Well, Ken, again, congratulations. Appreciate a great X
Thank
day,
you, Al.
and thanks for doing what you do.
Appreciate it.
All right.